Once upon a time, in a magical forest where every tree shimmered with golden leaves, there lived a tiny fairy named Lila. Lila was no ordinary fairy, for she possessed the most enchanting wings that glowed like the moon at midnight. She lived in a cozy little house crafted from an old toadstool, and each day was an adventure in her wondrous world. One morning, Lila fluttered out of her home and saw a silvery trail leading deep into a part of the forest she had never explored. Curiosity tingling in her wings, she decided to follow it. The trail led her to the heart of the forest, where she found a hidden glade filled with flowers of every imaginable color. There, in the center of the glade, stood an ancient tree with a trunk so wide that 10 fairies holding hands couldn't encircle it. Its branches were heavy with little glowing orbs. "This must be the forest of lost wishes," Lila breathed, remembering the tales told by the elder fairies. According to legend, every wish ever whispered in the world, but never fulfilled, found its way here, trapped within glowing orbs and hanging from this very tree. Suddenly, a tiny sob broke the silence. Lila flitted closer and found a young squirrel named Pip, his face streaked with tears. "What's wrong, Pip?" Lila asked gently. Pip sniffled, "I made a wish to find my lost acorn, but it was never granted. Now, I can't store food for the winter." Lila's heart ached for Pip. She knew she had to help. With a twinkle in her eyes, she used her magical wings to hover up to one of the glowing orbs. As she touched it, a warm, soothing light enveloped her, and she whispered, "Release this wish, set it free." The orb melted into glistening dust, and a shimmering path appeared before Pip. With ears perking up, Pip followed the path eagerly and soon found his precious acorn nestled under a bush. Overjoyed, he thanked Lila with a happy squeak. News of Lila's kind deed spread quickly throughout the forest. Animals with unfulfilled wishes came to her, and with each orb she freed, a new friendship blossomed. But not all wishes were so simple. One day, Lila came across a wish that seemed different. It was darker and heavier, as if filled with sadness. The wish belonged to an elderly owl named Oliver, who wished for his lost family. Lila's heart sank. She knew some wishes might never be completely fulfilled, but she decided to try nonetheless. With delicate care, she touched the heavy orb and whispered her usual words. This time, the orb didn't dissolve into glistening dust. Instead, it transformed into a soft beam of light that guided Oliver through the forest. To everyone's wonder, the light led Oliver to a part of the forest where other owls, who had lost their families, had made a new home. Oliver found comfort and friendship there, and though his old family was gone, he became part of a new one. And so, Lila continued to spread kindness, releasing wishes and helping to bring a little more magic into the world, teaching everyone that sometimes the best way to fulfill a wish is to find new ways to bring joy and love.